want me to get a little more aggressive on it. So, I don't think I can do it right now. Alright. I'm just gonna talk to y'all then. This is what I'm thinking in my mind. Everybody that has despised the things inside because of the things that I do, it is because I come after the things that you don't want to feel. I bring down the pornography industry, and you can't help but feel that you play a part in that factor. I played a part myself and I broke away. So now I need to feel the joy from everybody to say that the world is not what it seems. It is just a broken down reality of what it used to be. We got people imagining the world is the exact same as it was, but it's not. It's just a figment of your own imagination that you think the shit is real. The shit is not real. The shit is just a figment of your imagination. And yeah, I heard that before. And now I bring it back to y'all because either we are all fixed or it's been going on for the past 3,000 years. I mean, come on, fuck, man. They had plenty of time to plan this shit. So when you attack me for the singularity of the decimation of the singularity, when the singularity is just the breaking of the mind that they've been planted into the segments of time. And when they segment it into the time, then I'm trying to break it down into a simpler rhyme because I get into the psychedelic shit that you've never heard before. And when I do that, it's like it doesn't even matter what I say because it comes off as a dislocated version of the brain. Because, yes, I'm a schizophrenic and I'm proud to be. And if you look into the history, we've been tortured for generations, not just generations, but since the beginning of time, at least the beginning of this timeline, when they rewrote timelines, they rewrite every time they recapture a country. They rewrite their history to make it seem like they were the heroes in the situation at hand. And my people have been persecuted since the beginning of time. You can look at any history book, you can look at any philosophy book, you can look at any fictional book, and still, the people that get information from the Most High are the ones that are persecuted the most. And how is that not recognized in the system? Because a schizophrenic is 1% of the population. And yet, by the books, the medical history books, they have the exact same hallucinations. So tell me how it is that 1% of the population believes that the world is corrupt and there's an evil government conspiracy, not even a government conspiracy at this point. It's just a conspiracy that goes on around the world. And they are manufacturing this post-apocalyptic world that they want you to live in so that they can take down the system and then kill you all so that they can enslave anybody left. And if anybody is left, who knows, motherfuckers, at this point, because either I'm dead and I'm in hell already, or I'm in purgatory and dead already, waiting to see if my life has changed from the way I would have lived it before. But I tell you what, I won't change a goddamn thing about the way I live because it's changing the world. Unless we're in hell already, then it's just a manufactured matrix, as some people would call it, to make my life a hell because hell is eternal torture. And if this is hell, then Yeah, I got to admit, it is a beautiful hell. So that's peace to you, Diesel Automatic. Peace and love, bro. But yeah, man. I mean, come on. Either we all live in a detrimental world that is designed to kill these kids, or we live in a hell that we're trying to break out of. And if I'm really dead, that makes sense because everything I'm doing is backfiring on me. People are turning on me, and I planned that. I really did. But I didn't think it would come down to the destruction of the kids just because you don't trust me. And I understand that shit. I'm not the most trustworthy person. You don't know me. I am a trustworthy person if you actually get to know me, but on paper, I'm a psychopathic murderer that is a danger to myself and everybody else. Has been locked up so many times you can't even imagine it in your mind. And that doesn't calculate the ones that have been locked up their whole lives. That's the ones that think that they're doing a disguised gratitudinal fuck, I messed up there. But that's for the ones that think they're doing the medical work to the benefit of the people that they're medicating when actually they're actually killing them. And I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming the people that run the system, that educate these people to kill their own people. That's Hitler cause at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And I can't even, I don't know, man. History's been written so many times. I don't know. And I'm not disrespecting anybody that fought on any side. I'm saying that the people at the bottom don't know shit about what's actually going on. And when they find out, if they find out, when they find out, they're going to turn on the spawns of the ones that killed them because they're the spawns of evil. And I'm not talking about the children of the people on top. I'm talking about the children of the devil right now. I'm talking about the children of the ones that are evil in the evil that eats inside of everybody. I'm working on saving everybody. I don't know how to explain it properly. So it started to come out wrong. So I had to stop because I felt somebody was taking control to try to manipulate the system into what I was trying to say. You know what I'm saying, man? And by the way, don't take everything I say as matter of fact. Go look up your own shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. There are books still that you can try to find the truth. I know they've deleted most of that. I mean, I went to my public library a while ago. There was like 100 books in the library, in the motherfucking library. They've deleted books. That's what they do to countries that they take over. First, they poison the water and food supply. Then they're done that. They've been doing that since 1916, maybe 1945, somewhere in between there. But for real, dude, they've been poisoning us for so long, the water and the food supply. So it's not like this is a figment of my imagination. You can say I'm crazy, but sugar is poison. Um, Everything that you eat is poison. I try to eat as healthy as I possibly fucking can, man. And it's still poison at that point because nothing is organically grown. I know they say it's organic, but there's still poisonous chemicals on them. Nothing is actually just grown by Mother Nature. And fuck, China owns 90% of 70 to 90% of our food sources. They own a very good portion of our land. Um, I don't know what else I'm supposed to say, man, because I'm just spitting off at the top of my brain some random information. If you want me to get into the Jesus Cristo, there's okay, so the top of the spine and the bottom of the spine, that produces stem cells. Everybody knows what stem cells are. Everybody believes they get them from babies and whatnot. But your body naturally produces, by the way, abortion is actually murder. And like straight up murder, especially the ones that are after the baby's born, that is legit first degree murder. Even the day after pill would be murder because the baby is inseminated the second you inseminate the woman and it connects with the egg. And but that's besides the point. I'm not trying to go into abortion right now because abortion is murder, and everybody knows that. They just don't want to admit it. And I forgot where I was going with that. um Food supply being poisoned. We all know that. Blah, 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 blah. No, we all know where I stand on transgenders, and this could get me arrested or canceled or whatever the fuck it's going to do. But transgender is literally raping children and killing them. And so, by the way, I feel the same way about what is it? Um, Let me think for a second. I can't think of the words right now, but circumcision. That was the first step to mutilating children, was circumcising penises because they felt that they were inadequate, so they had to make everybody else inadequate. And I'm not blaming people for that. I'm blaming the people in charge. So if you can give a name to the people in charge, please do blame them. Absolutely. But, and by the way, we're based on Greek and Roman mythology in our country. They based our systematic decimation. Well, I guess it was supposed to be a systematic rise of the civilization. But if you notice, all of those countries fell. And if you notice, all of those countries had children as sex slaves, and it was perfectly fine back then. So they're trying to get it back to that so they can have their children sex slaves. And that's horribly, and they basically do. I mean, come on, man. If anybody doesn't see this by now, I don't know what to tell you. That's why I stopped rapping. Well, I do want, but that's a different point. In time, I might come back to rapping and sing. I mean, I do my acoustic shit and whatnot and whatever, blah, 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 blah. But the point of the matter is if you look out through history, they're coming after everybody. And I guarantee this video is going to get me some attention that I don't want, but I'm willing to put up with it, and I'm willing to die. I am legit willing to die to get this information out to everybody. Whether it's reaching anybody or not, fuck if I know. My numbers say that I have 10 people watching my videos. If I reach 10 people, I reach somebody more than myself. And that's all that matters to me. Because if anybody gets saved from this, if anybody knows the truth from this, if anybody knows anything from this, then I did my job and I am a good servant, you know? Because when I see the Lord, he's going to say, you were a good and faithful servant. Yeah, I drink. I do. I'm killing my Kundalini. Oh, back to the Kundalini. That's right. The stem cells in the top of the brain and the bottom of the spine. That's where the two stem cell production cells are. They create those, and then it drips down the spine and hits the bottom of the spine and catches the stem cells down there and goes back up the spine to make a circuit. And yeah, you can say that's occult shit. You can say that's Illuminati shit, but it's facts. It's biological facts. Just the fact that they called it Jesus Cristo doesn't mean that they're trying to. And actually, if you look into the history of that, that was what the original teachings of Jesus Christ was. He traveled around the world. He went to India. He learned from the monks. They have their own collection of Jesus teachings. They have their own collection of whatever you want to call it, of Jesus's words. They have their own accounts that are hidden in time. And I mean, come on, man. It all is beautifully put, and it all is perfectly true. When you have sex, well, not when you necessarily have sex, because I'm not downing sex. I am downing stupid sex that is just stupid for the sex of having sex. If you're having sex with a loved one for reproduction or to show love, but that means you have to actually understand what love is. And nobody really understands. Well, I mean, there are a few people, but not a whole lot of people that actually understand what love is. Do you know what unconditional love is? No, you don't. You can imagine it, if you can imagine it. Most people in this world, they've brought down love so much that you can't even imagine love. You don't know what love is. You don't imagine what love is. Love is actually connecting with somebody and feeling love. I mean, how do you explain love? And I go into frequencies and stuff, and is certain frequencies that is love. The universe is frequency is love. Humans feel the same frequency when they feel love as the universe. That's scientific fact. So yeah, the universe is a certain frequency. I can't say exactly because I don't know. It's something like 7.213756213. I don't know. I'm just spitting off numbers now. But the human body, when it feels unconditional love, is the same as the universe. Why? Because God is love. God is legit love. He is the frequency of love. He is unembodied, unencompassed, everything you can imagine that love is. He's that frequency. So when you imagine the one point in your life that you felt the most love, now imagine that times 1,000, a million times. You can't unless you've done DMT. If you've done DMT, you know what I'm talking about. And I think that's where I need to end it because. Hey, what's up, Bang? Or Inga. I think is how you say that. But yeah. I'm just talking about randomness of what love is and whatnot. And the history of the universe. And we can get into the history of the universe. I can't say for certain anything for sure, other than let there be light was spoken, which is frequencies. And K Reno does do a good job of explaining it. He explains it as two frequencies that intertwined, and that would be after it was spoken. But if you look at the frequencies intertwining, that's the DNA molecules written in rhyme. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, do your research, people. And I'm trying to explain it, but I don't have the specifics in my mind to be able to explain it properly. I can write some sick rhymes that explain what I know, and I can speak it fluidly to an extent of what I know. But I admit, I fucking know I don't know everything. So I'm not trying to say that I do know everything. All I know is that God is love. Jesus was the physical embodiment of God. So that means he was the physical embodiment of love. And when he tried to teach people love and the secrets of the universe, he got killed. But killing Jesus just sent him back into the universe, and that's about it. The love is still there. We are all God's children. We are all love. We are all love. That is the point I'm trying to say. If we can get past this religion aspect of what God is and what humans are, then we know that God put love in all of us. He put he put himself in every single one of us. And it is up to us to reach that level of Christ like mentality and Christ like physicality. Christ could literally heal people and move from one location to another. Doesn't that sound like a mutant? And wouldn't that be something that the powers that be would want to stop if they wanted you to not reach your full potential of human evolution? And I use air quotes on evolution because most people think that Darwin was the creator of evolution, when in reality he stole the real evolution from one of his students and then wrote a book on it that made it trash. And so that is where evil turns everything evil, and God turns everything evil into good over time. You just have to be patient and all that good jazz. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going on a tangent here and I forgot what I was going with here. So, got any suggestions? Got any topics you would like me to discuss? Cellular regeneration. Cellular regeneration is. Oh, wait. That's fair. I'm hardly. No, I'm completely coherent. Just don't know what to say because I'm used to having a conversation with people with this shit. I'm not used to just talking to a camera. This is the first time I've actually had a full conversation on a camera with myself. And it's quite interesting. Nice. Germany, huh? I would like to go to Germany. I really would. My family is German and Irish and a little bit of Polish, I believe. But that's my genealogy. And so I have nothing but love for the Germans, and they get a bad name because of Hitler. But like I said in one of my things, the swastika was meant to be world peace. That's the origin of the swastika. If you look into, I guess it'd be ancient geometry or whatever you want to call it, all of this occult stuff that is actually has meaning. If you look into what ancient geometry is, it's really fascinating. It's like the flower of life and the tree of life and all that good jazz, that everything is symmetrical. The swastika originally meant world peace, but the powers that be had to take Hitler to make the swastika mean Nazis. And that gave Germans a bad name because the Germans were getting too powerful and getting too evolved, for a lack of better words. So they had to bring them down. So then they gave the Holocaust to the Jews, and then the Jews survived, thank God. And then they took over or invented Hollywood. There was 7 of them that came from this little town in Germany, and then they moved to Hollywood, and well, to California. It wasn't Hollywood at the time, I don't think. I don't know the exact things, but and there was 7 of them, and they created Hollywood. But at the time, America was taking all of these German Nazi conspirators that were going against Germany, but they were still, a lot of them were still Nazis, and America accepted them into our hands and then used their intelligence to enslave the humans. And I guess that's where I end it because I'm going way out of what is in the comfort zone of people. And yeah, I don't know enough uh, details to back myself up. So then it comes off as conspiracy theories. And since I'm a schizophrenic, then I'm just crazy and blah, 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 blah. But I hope you enjoy your trip to Germany. I got nothing but love for the Germans. Not necessarily the evil Nazis that believe in white supremacy, but Germans, I got no problem with them, you know. So, Inga, have a beautiful trip, and I will talk to anybody that listens next time. Peace.